Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and this is episode 118. A big hello and welcome to all new and returning viewers. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to try to get through this quick today only because we are under a tornado warning until late tonight. So it's an all day long thing. There's no big danger right now. I have the TV on if I have to hear something. Hopefully you can hear the TV. I don't hear it loud, but so we are doing the May Love Your Stash knit along or crochet along. You can do that fine. You know, I figure you can knit it, crochet it, weave it, spin it. If it is stash of some sort, just use it up. But it has to be done between March 1st, or not March, May. I don't know why. I hope I didn't say March knit along at the beginning. If I did, sorry about that. It is May. So it has to be done between May 1st and May 31st. And it has to be purchased before May of 2014. So, love seeing everybody's projects, love seeing the variety of projects, love that so many people are excited about this knit along and participating. So we do have prizes. Cat Wings is donating a prize, and then I was contacted by a bag maker, and the name is escaping me right now. And I'm super sorry. I wrote it down and it's at the desk, and in the craziness of trying to round everything up to do this real quick, I left it there. But we do have an independent bag maker who's donating a Notions pouch, Stitch Buddy, and some stitch markers. Really great prize. My deepest apologies. I will make sure to give you mad love and props next week for that and list your shop. Like I said, I can hear the thunder in the background, and I can't record tomorrow because I'm busy, so we had to squeak it in today. So, finished objects. I have two, only one that you get to see. I did knit a Molly the Traveling Turtle for an LYS sample. I knit it out of Plymouth Encore in a sage green and a brown tweed colorway. So if I can remember, I'm going to insert it here, and this episode might not go up until tomorrow because I do have my computer turned off because of the weather. I don't want it to get fried. So, but I at least want to get recorded. And the other one is, it's on Ravelry. My ends aren't woven in, so you'll see dangly bits. It is called the Pink October Cowl, and it is also for a shop sample. She just wanted a pattern that for a cowl that would take no more than 2 skeins and something a little lacy and newer knitter, intermediate knitter friendly. So it is lovely. See if I can get it up there. You can see the stitches. It does have like an open work lace. This color, kind of dark, I can't get my finger caught on there. Anyways, it's cute. It is made out of Plymouth yarn, Mulberry Merino, so it is a merino silk blend. The yarn is nice. It does have a halo. It is a bit fuzzy. It is a nice size though. It is soft, but it is a single ply, and I found it to be really splitty. So not necessarily one of my yarn of choices, but you know, it was a super quick knit. I knit it in 2 evenings. I probably could have done it in 1, but I got tired. So I just need to weave in the ends and block it, and I will take it to the knit shop this weekend. Because we didn't have a sample in this yarn, and we want to try to... We've learned, since I've been knitting all kinds of samples for the shop, that it's helping move yarn. Not that the shop didn't already have lots of samples, because it did. I have to say that Black Locust Farm has a total array of samples and so many yarns, and it's so fabulous to walk in and see everything knit up and to be able to feel it and see the stitch definition, and I love it. But there's some yarns that are kind of sleeper yarns, and we're trying to bring those forward and make samples and really show them off so people can discover how wonderful they are. I'm not a big single ply lover, so somebody that likes a single ply would probably absolutely love this. I mean, the yarn is nice. I'm not a fan of single ply. But like I said, super cute. It came in an array of colors. We had a multitude of this bronze color. I think it was color 1023. So we thought we'd use that one. On to works in progress. I started a Chelsea the Chatterbox monster out of Cascade Pacific in the Circus colorway. It is color number 517. And I love Chelsea's and variegateds. I don't know what it is about it. So when I was walking around the shop, and we don't have a ton of variegated worsted weights in the shop. Lots of solids, tonals, heather, stuff like that. So I saw this and I grabbed this. So it's a Chelsea body. I don't know that you'll get to see the finished item live. I might have to take a picture and do like I'm planning to do with the turtle. But super excited. So the shop owner would love to have one of each of my patterns, and I told her I will slowly work through them. So a turtle last week, a Chelsea this week, a Lulu the ladybug maybe next week. I have the yarn for it. And then the only, well, oh no, I have another work in progress. So this work in progress, it is the Palmer tank. I think it's just called Palmer, but it's a tank. By Alicia or Alicia. Not sure how she pronounces it. I always want to say Alicia. By Plum. Alicia Plum. And it is, so it's like 4 color blocks. So you got the blue, the green, the yellow, and then the gray up top. And there is just a trim of gray at the bottom to kind of tie it all together, I guess. I had debated whether I was going to actually make that gray or not, but the pattern calls to do it, so I did. I'm working on the back right now because you're starting to shape and divide for the front and the back. I was too lazy to get a separate cable and put the front stitches, so I'm working it on a circular, and I just know when you get to the gap where you divided, you just work back and forth. I felt no need to get a different cable and switch everything around. I was feeling lazy. That's what it came down to. I mean, why do it if you don't have to? I'm cool with this. No problems. But I don't know. Like, I'm kind of torn whether I like, because you can see, like, the bottom looks like a good variegated, right? Like, nice and variegated. And then as you do your decreases, because it's A-line. It's a very A-line. And I'm sorry the lighting sucks. It's A-line, so you're decreasing as you go up, because it's bottom up. So it changes the variegation of the yarn, because it is a tonal. So it's more variegated down here, and then it's a little variegated, and then it just starts doing a stripe. And by the time I got to the yellow, it's like big time striping. Now up here it'll be a bit more variegated because I am working back and forth and not in the round. So I am using Knit Picks tonals, oh crap, Stroll tonals. I guess that's important to tell you what base. So it is a superwash merino with nylon. This is Blue Yonder, Springtime, Golden Glow, and the gray is Thunderhead. And with the exception of Golden Glow, the Golden Glow has been discontinued. The rest are current colors. But they were in my stash. I've had these for like 3 years. And I thought, well, the whole Love My Stash thing came about because I was trying to find fingering weight in my stash to make this. Because I'm like, I have to have some. Like, surely I have to have some. And I did. So I'm like, I like it, but at the same time, I'm not sure. But it's a really easy pattern. So far, so good. Great car knitting. It's a tank, so it's not like a big heavy sweater, and it's fingering. So it's easy to have in the car. Mindless knitting. No problems with it. And then the only other thing I have been working on this week is not a knitting project. It is on my loom, and I brought my loom in, so I gotta bend down and get it. Sorry y'all, see the top of my head. So it is on my 15-inch Shack Cricut. And let's see. And I am making a scarf. I can get a little closer, kind of see. So it is kind of a loose weave. I'm doing where I used a variegated yarn. I'm using, for my warp, it is Lorna's Laces in the Tomfoolery colorway. So it is a very magenta, goes to an orange, to a very marigold yellow. And I made sure I lined up the variegation. So it's actually going to, in a way, look like a painted stripe. I've seen people on Ravelry do this, thought I'd try it. Really didn't find much instruction on how to do it. The only thing I can think of is when I am doing my weft, so when I'm actually weaving it back and forth here. I mean, when I'm doing it, it's facing this way, right? But it's sideways to show you. I think I am pulling my weft down too close to itself. I thought I was doing it pretty loose, but looking at close-ups on Ravelry, I think people do it even looser, which will create a very open and airy weave. But it's for a gift. I needed a gift for somebody, and I wanted to make something different, right? Something where I think knitted items, sorry, had to set that down. It's kind of heavy. Knitted items are kind of becoming like expected now, so I wanted to like mix it up, right? Like something like when I hand it to this person and she opens it up, she's gonna be like totally not expecting this, and hopefully totally thrilled to have something different. And it should be light and airy, great for like spring, summer, maybe even early fall. Not necessarily like a winter woven scarf. I am, like I said, for my warp, I'm using Lorna's Laces in the Shepherd Sock in the Tomfoolery colorway. So it is a merino with nylon. So it's soft, kind of drapey. And then for my weft, which is what I weave with back and forth, I'm using Knit Picks Gloss Lace. So it is a silk merino blend. Very nice. And drapey as well. So it should be really soft and hopefully feels a little luxurious against the neck. And bright and colorful, because I know this person will like bright and colorful. So that's my only other work in progress. You will get to see that when that's done. Let's see. I do have some Yarny goodness. First up, I had knit my breakaway cowl in Lana Bamboo by Cascade at the knit shop, and the pattern has helped the yarn fly off the shelves. So it is a yarn that she has decided not to reorder. I almost think it could be a discontinued yarn, but she had decided she didn't, once she was out, she wasn't going to reorder. But she loved the pattern, so I was given some Barocco Boboli. Here is the ball band, because I have already wound it up. It's really pretty. It's kind of hard to see because the lighting sucks because it's storming. I'm sure you can hear the thunder in the background, but it is plummy purples, rusty oranges, a little bit of a goldenrod and gray, and I think it's gorgeous. Like I said, I wish I would have waited to wind it up, but I had all intentions of having it started this week. But it is 42% wool, 35% acrylic, and 23% viscose. It is color number 5329. So, Yarny goodness from the shop for a shop sample. And then I did place an order with Eat Sleep Knit because they are doing their yarn-a-thon. And I had earned a $20 gift certificate. And I had some scratch-off yarn lotto tickets. So I had like 3 of those. And this yarn was on sale. So it is Dream in Color Classy. It is worsted weight. It is in the Shiny Moss or 09 colorway. And it was discounted because I guess Dream in Color has a new classy base. So this was discounted 15% to get rid of it, because of the new stuff has already come in. And oh, it's so squishy. I've never used Dream in Color. I already have a sweater picked out. It's in my queue. This is added to my queue with that pattern, so I know that's what it's going with. And I did order 6 skeins, because that is what the pattern called for. So being 15% off with my gift certificate and my Yarn Lotto coupons, I got an excellent deal. And then with the Yarn Lotto, oh, look at that. Oh, such a beautiful color green is going to be, oh, right there. Right there on my screen is hitting the green beautifulness. So really good deal. And with the Yarnathon, if you order 6 skeins of the same yarn, the same base, the same color, a sweater quantity, which they consider 6 or more, you get double the yardage towards your Yarnathon thing. So it was a win-win the whole way around. It's a base I've been wanting to try, even though now it's discontinued. I have heard good things about it, and it was just too good a deal to pass up. So, and then I have another purchase because I have been wanting to make the, I'm probably not going to pronounce it right, and I apologize. I think it's the Haidofute or something like that. I know you've all seen it. If you're on Ravelry, it's the beautiful lacy swing top. Kind of reminds you of the vitamin D, but lace. I've seen so many beautiful ones. The color ones are just gorgeous. I mean, my vitamin D, I did it in an aqua, but it kind of limits what I can wear it with, and I kind of want to wear it with everything. So I decided, I had already had my heart set on some Madeline Tosh TML. Sorry, my phone rang. Madeline Tosh TML or Tosh Merino Light, if you don't know the abbreviation. I pronounce it Tern. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and it's Terran. I pronounce it Tern. I don't care. It's T-E-R-N. I love this gray. I love, love, love. One of my favorite Madeline Tosh grays ever. And I have decided that's what I wanted, and I have been looking all over for it, and it finally got restocked at Eat Sleep Knit, and I could not pass it up because I want to knit it soonly. By the end of the summer. I really want to end of summer before beginning of fall at the latest, if not sooner. So, super soft and squishy. I love TML immensely. It is the only single ply that I have fallen in love with and find it worth every penny. Next up, I have a couple reviews. Since I missed out on TNNA, the knit shop owner brought me back goodies. I was so touched because she was so sweet. She sent me an email telling me, you know, some of the stuff about it, and was like, oh, I wish you were here. I'm like, oh, I wish I was there too. But it just didn't work out this year with everything going on, which is okay because, you know, it just wasn't meant to be. And I truly believe that because the Monday that I would have gotten home late that night was the morning my husband had to have surgery, and I wouldn't have went anyways. There's no way my husband's having surgery and I'm not here. So, one of the things I was so thrilled and so touched that she gave me, because I'm kind of like the in-house designer at the yarn shop, she brought me back this. It's up, down, all around. So it is a stitch dictionary. It is more than 150 stitch patterns to knit, top, down, bottom, up, back and forth, and in the round. It is by Wendy Bernard, author of the Custom Knits series. It is not out yet. It comes out May 30th, so I get to I'm like all excited. I get to give you a little sneak review. It is a beautiful hardcover, hardbound book, and the thing I love about this book is that it does have the spiral binding, but it has the cover over it to protect the spiral. I kind of shudder sometimes when I see books with the open spiral because I'm like, I will have that trashed in no time. But I love that this is a covered spiral. So nice. It is put out by Stuart, Tabori, and Chang, or let's see. Yeah, Stuart, Tabori, and Chang. It retails for $29.95 in the US, $32.95 Canada, and $18.99 UK. And it's signed. So super, super stoked. I already am like looking through it, making plans. The beautiful thing about this book, it has so many basic stitches, It has a few newer stitches I've never seen. It really is fabulous in explaining everything. I'm trying to look and see, because I don't know how much I can really show without giving it away. But you know, they have it broken up, like this was textured, slipped, and fancy stitches. There are patterns in here, which are really, really great. Let's see if I can find one. There is a sweater pattern, a sock pattern. I think there's a hat pattern. So here, I won't show, I'll try to block the best that I can of the chart. But it shows, like, you have the samples, and then it gives you the pattern instructions for flat and in the round. So you don't have to, like, convert it. It's fabulous. This is, I think a necessity for everybody. I really, really, really think so. Okay, try to cover up the pattern part, or I can just hold it back here. Like, here is the sweater. Super, super cute. It is the checkerboard mesh pullover, but you could easily swap out the checkerboard panel in the front with probably anything you find in the book. I mean, super, super great. I'm so thrilled and touched. And there's like the eyelet ruffle. It gives a bottom up flat, bottom up in the round, top down flat, and top down in the round. It gives you written instructions, charted instructions for all four. Kind of. So that's the pattern I'm talking about. Kind of, but it has everything. It is absolutely fabulous. Indexes. There are all kinds, a great abbreviation index for everything. I mean, the book is just so thorough, right? Like, I have not seen a stitch dictionary, and I own many, and that is just this thorough. Would I have liked more patterns? Maybe. You know, would have been like 150. Like, I'm not complaining. That's a lot, right? But I'm like, I want every stitch dictionary to be like this one. Like, this to me has set the bar for what a stitch dictionary should be. There is, you know, a how to use stitch patterns thing in the front, kind of goes over how to use them if you're unfamiliar. I do charts myself, use them a lot, prefer them most of the time. So, you know, I'm familiar with that. But if you're not, it explains it. It's just, this is, I think, game-changing in how stitch dictionaries are done. So I think Wendy Bernard is fabulous. So thankful to the publisher Stuart, Tabori, and Chang for handing these out at TNNA, and then it being passed on to me, because I would be the one probably to put the most use in it, and it'll definitely be used in the shop. It'll definitely be used to design patterns for the shop and out to you on Ravelry. And it is available for pre-order on Amazon if you want to go that route, or pick it up at an LYS that might carry it. Love supporting them LYSs. Alright, kind of watching the clock here. My kids should be coming in, so if I have to like cut out of here for a minute and come back, that's what we'll have to do. Next up, Interweave Knits was handing out the summer 2014 issue. Super fabulous. This had a lot of things I liked and some that I didn't. One article I really liked I wanted to point out. It's called Case Study, Same Dye, Different Fiber. And it takes dye, the same dye, and shows how different it can be just because of the base. Really great article, really explains why it takes the color the way it does. Really great article to read. I really enjoyed it. Patterns I liked. I like the Sand Dollar cardigan. It is an open front jacket with short dolman sleeves. It is by Cassie Castillo. And it is this one here. Try not to get a glare, sorry. Sand Dollar cardigan. This shows the back, how the lace kind of wraps around. It's on the upper half. Not so crazy about this one over here. I don't like the little flyaway open thing in the front. But I definitely do feel that interweave has been stepping it up. There is, I gotta show you this one only because it's not flattering in my opinion. It's cute in the front if you like a longer cardigan. I'm not the biggest fan of long ones, but you know, everyone has their own. I do not like how it splits and it looks like you have a big old butt crack. I'm like, if I were to make that, I would have to just keep it all one piece. I mean, I get what they were going for, but this to me was the highlight of the whole thing, and I thought this should have been the cover piece, although I know it can be intimidating to some people, and they try not to put like the most intimidating thing on the cover because they want you to buy it. They want somebody who's maybe a newer knitter to be like, yes, I can make that too. It is this lace cardigan. And it's a hoodie, so you can see the lace on the hood, the beautiful belled sleeves. It is called the Arocacoke cardigan. It is by Shirley Padden. So love this. I love that it has a single button at the top, so you don't have to mess with a crap ton of buttons, which I appreciate. So you kind of see it right there, just one little button. Love that card. Like, that is totally on my to knit list. Let's see. Let's see if I can show. Here's a back shot. Cover the pattern here. Look at that. Beautiful. And then I really, really love the hay bale tank. So it is plain on the front. It's this one here. It's plain on the front, just solid, and then this beautiful lace on the back. Love, love, love that one. And then I also really, really love, let's see if I can find it here. I don't know how I feel about the new setup of their magazines. This is a beautiful lace scarf, perfect for summer, light. If you know, you can use it as a stole as well. But I really do like this purple sweater. I just wouldn't make it in purple. But I love it's garter stitch. I love the little lace detail at the bottom and the cap sleeves. Super cute. So this issue I feel was a really good one. There was a couple other things I'm like, I don't know. Not the biggest fan of the thing on the front. I don't really like that chest detail. I don't know. And I'm just looking, I'm like, that's a lot of reverse stockinette. So like I said, it is the Interweave Summer 2014. It retails for $7.99, $9.99 Canada, and it is put out by F&W Media. So a huge thank you to them for handing out magazines as well. I have other magazines to show you, but I'm going to do that at a later date. I figure I'll do a couple a week over the next following 2 weeks to cover the ones that I got. And like I said, show them some mad love for the magazine publishers that went and gave out magazines to everybody. So that's it for the knitting and yarn related things this week. So if you leave me now, I will see you next week. And if you're sticking around, we're going to move on into a slice of life. So life has been super, super crazy, but we got great news. The biopsy of the lump my husband had removed came back benign. So yay, good news. Been so nervous about that. He's actually at a job interview, like round 2 right now. So fingers crossed. It sounds super promising. I'm kind of like, I was nervous because of the job interview anyways, because I was like, we need this, right? Like, we need this. But with this tornado warning and it's heading the direction he was heading, and I'm like, nerve-wracking. Poor George ended up with an eye infection. He kind of had some goop Wednesday night, and by Thursday morning it was all gunked up. So we got him in, got it taken care of, nipped in the bud. So we just got to treat him for 10 days, so through this weekend, and he should be good to go. He's doing great, well adjusted. He sees me grab my knitting bag, and he comes running, because he knows I'm going to sit down, which means he gets to lay on my lap. Trained him well already, I guess. And then I gained again this week. It was Mother's Day. I had a fabulous Mother's Day. Oh, I was going to bring my mug to show you. So, oh, my husband just texted me. He's to the job place. There's a tornado warning there until 3:45. It's 3:15 now. Glad I'm off the road though. So, anyway, sorry, distracted. I've been nervous wreck with this whole storm thing. So, Mother's Day, great Mother's Day. I got this mug from Starbucks I was going to show because I am obsessed and in love with this mug. And I want one from like every place on the planet. It's the You Are Here collection and it's an Ohio one. And I love Ohio things, right? I'm an Ohio native, born and raised, love Ohio, great place to be. So I'll have to try to remember to show it next week because I'm just like, oh, go to your Starbucks, see if you have one for your area. So some big cities have them and then it's just like a state thing. I don't even know if all states have them. I want one from like all state. Like I want a whole collection. But that'll never happen. Gained just a wee bit this week. Was kind of like frustrated, but Mother's Day came and I ate whatever I wanted. I had pancakes for breakfast because my husband and my kids made them for me. My kids got me potted flowers, which I love much better than cut because then we'll plant them and it's like a whole experience and I love that. So it's a better week. Things are getting better. Hopefully turning around for us here. You know, hopefully I can report good news and but I feel like, you know, everything's changing, life is changing, there's all this change and hopefully it was kind of, everything was like changing for the bad and hopefully now it's changing and turning around for the good. So, feeling good about things. So, that's it for me. Text messages, it's the weather thing, right? Everybody's like panicked around here. So hopefully we'll stay safe. Hopefully these storms will pass and do no damage and everybody in the surrounding areas where they are kind of getting a bit worse than we are at the very moment will be safe and everything. So I'm going to jump off here now and like I said, this might go up a day late only because I'm not turning my computer on if we're getting lightning and thunder and you understand, right? So, I am Jenna, also known as RetroLemon. I am RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Fitbit, and Weight Watchers. And until next week, I will see you then. Bye.